Shawn, good to see you again.
Yeah, good to be back with you, Brandon.
I love the Adam Project. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it had brilliant influences of like Amblin movies. I also caught some like Good Will Hunting vibes in that finale. They all hit me in every way you wanted them to and more. So I want to hear from you about the movies that influenced the Adam Project, which is in itself original, but has kind of tones and homage to other great films.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for saying so, and thank you for underscoring original, because as I'm sure you know, Ryan and I do not take for granted that we've been allowed to make back-to-back big budget original tentpoles in a film culture that rarely makes them anymore, based on no IP or franchise. I guess like any director, my film influences, it runs through my veins like cinematic DNA. So certainly Amblin, early Spielberg, Zemeckis, but those influences are varied, and you're absolutely right. I mean, Good Will Hunting is a top 10 movie for me. The It's Not Your Fault scene is instant legend. It's a scene and a movie I've watched 30 times, and we really wanted our movie to kind of culminate with this catharsis where one character is trying to share something emotional with the other, and the other is not capable of taking it in. And as we know in real life, if someone's not going to take in connection, take in feeling, sometimes you got to hammer them with it. And so I just said on that day, I said, Mark, get through to Ryan. Get through to him. And Ryan resisted. And the more Ryan resisted, Mark went at him. And the result is the beautiful emotional scene that ends our movie.
I mean, even just thinking about it and hearing you talk about it, it's giving me chills. I can't wait to watch this movie again. And in casting Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer Garner, did you know you were making a spiritual sequel to 13 Going on 30?
This sounds idiotic, but no, I realized after the fact. We had decided on Mark pretty early. Then we offered it to Jen. And once I landed Jen, it was Ryan who pointed out, you realize you've just unwittingly done a 13 Going on 30 reunion. And so that wasn't the purpose, but I'll take credit for it.
I respect it. Now, I got to compliment Walker Scoble, who plays the young Adam, the young Ryan Reynolds, so well. I want to hear from you, the director's notes, when you're telling somebody, play the young, witty, charming Ryan character. What are you telling them? How do you make sure that you capture that young Adam to mirror Ryan?
Well, this is the thing, Brandon. It's an ungivable note. Some notes you can give, some notes you can't. You can't give the note, be funnier. Because if that person doesn't get it, you can't teach them. You can't say, be more Ryan Reynolds. So here was the miracle of all. We found this kid who's never done anything out of nowhere. He's great, but he's also a Deadpool super fan. So literally, he'd been watching Deadpool since he was 7. So I never needed to teach him or tell him how to channel Ryan because he's obsessed with Ryan. We didn't know that when we cast him. So we would feed him improvised lines, but he would like put it through the supercomputer of already knowing exactly the Ryan Reynolds way to deliver those jokes.
Oh my God, we're going to have a million little Ryan Reynolds running around. I never thought of it. The next generation.
I know. God help us all.
No, I watched your interview with CBS, and I was listening to you guys talk about Hugh Jackman and how he was the one who put you and Ryan together. You snuck Hugh into Free Guy. We all want to see Hugh and Ryan do everything together. Is it going to be Starman? Are you going to put Wolverine and Deadpool together in Deadpool 3? Like, when are you going to work with all three of you guys?
I'm not going to say where and how, but I absolutely will confirm my intention and determination to be the lucky son of a who puts those two magnificent gods in the same movie together. That will happen, and it will be me.
Real steel, man. Make it happen. But okay, my last thing for you: if you could do any superhero film, has there ever been a comic or superhero? Because we love geeking out about stuff like that you grew up on that you think would be fun to get a crack at now. You've done comics before. The Birds of Prey.
Okay, that's a deep cut, Brandon. I appreciate it, but the world barely knows that. Mortifyingly, I used to love Spidey. I would be Spidey in my basement, and I'd take underwear and put them on my head backwards for the eye holes. So, when John, if anyone's listening, I would do a super do-it-yourself homemade Spidey. Forget the suit. We'll save hundreds of millions. A set of underwear on the head. We're good to go, Tom Holland.
I love it, dude. Well, thank you so much. Adam Project is going to be one of my favorite movies when the year comes to an end. I know it's still going to be up there. Thank you so much for the time, Shawn, and congrats on another
Thanks,
great
Brandon.
one.